Hi, and welcome back to Cotton Creations. So today I'm bringing you another Maryland-inspired recipe. And one of my favorite things to eat when I was non-vegan was crabs, especially in the summertime in Maryland. Oh my gosh, that's like one of our favorite pastimes. And so I love crab cakes. So when I went vegan, I was like, I have to figure out a way to make a vegan crab cake that is very much in terms of flavor very similar to the real thing and has a really good texture. And so I'm happy to share this recipe with you because it achieves both of those things. And make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any more of the action and greatness happening at Cotton Creations. And if you're interested in this recipe, please stay tuned. So to get started, we're going to go ahead and cut up our hearts of palm into big chunks and place it into our food processor or chopper. I'm using a chopper, but you can use a food processor. And then you want to go ahead and pulse it so that it breaks up slightly, not for too long because you still want to maintain some of the chunks so that it looks like lump crab meat. Next, we're going to go ahead and take our chickpeas and we're going to place those into the food processor and go ahead and blend those well. And then we'll add it to the hearts of palm. Now for our seasonings, we are going to add garlic powder, black pepper, salt, obey seasoning, kelp, and some parsley. You want to go ahead and give that a nice mix and then add it to our mixture and go ahead and add our mayo, some lemon juice, and mustard. You also want to add in some Worcestershire sauce. So while the kelp does give it a seafood taste, it's not strong enough. So I decided to go back in and add some seaweed sheets. And what you want to do is crumble it up either by hand or using the food processor. So now it's time to add the breadcrumbs. This is what's going to hold everything together. So you just want to make sure that it's not too wet. Otherwise, you'll need to add more breadcrumbs just to make sure everything can hold up together. So now it's time to go ahead and make up our crab cake. So what I like to do is take a nice amount of crab cake and I put it into a ball and then pat it flat. Do you see this fake me out lump crab meat? Oh my goodness, yes. So once your oil is nice and hot, go ahead and place your crab cake into the oil and let it fry until both sides are golden brown. I want to point out that you don't need a ton of oil for this particular recipe. Unless you're looking to just do a deep fried crab cake, you could do it that way, but you don't have to have a ton of oil to get really good results. So, what what do you guys think of this recipe? It's super easy. I tried to keep everything super easy, and also I wanted to keep the ingredients things that were accessible by pretty much everyone. And things like kelp you can find online now, so even if you're in an area that doesn't have a place like a Whole Foods, Trader Joe's, Sprouts, all those like specialty stores, is something that you can purchase online. And seaweed is pretty readily available everywhere now, so that's another ingredient that you don't have to necessarily have a specialty store available in order to get it, and it's accessible to pretty much everybody. But like I said, I wanted to keep the recipe pretty simple, and I wanted to keep it with ingredients that were accessible by everyone, or the large majority, should I say. So please, please, please let me know what you think down in the comment section down below of this recipe. I can't wait for you guys to try it. One of my taste testers, who is also vegan, so I don't know if I haven't mentioned this before, but I do have taste testers because I don't want to just go solely off of what I think of my recipes. I want to get feedback on them before I share them with you. So I have a group of taste testers. Some are vegan and some are non-vegan. And one of my vegan taste testers, she's been vegan for over a decade. So she hasn't had seafood or meat or any of that in over a decade. And so when she tried the crab cake, she was like, whoa, is this really seafood? Because the taste and flavor of it is so resemblance of the real thing that you could surely like fake people out like easily. So and obviously she knew it wasn't the real thing because she and I are both vegan. And but yeah, she was just like, I could for sure make this recipe for my non-vegan friends and they would not have a clue that it wasn't like real seafood. So I was very pleased with that feedback that I received from her, because that was the goal, was to make something that resembled the real thing. And so, like I said, if you could drop me a comment, let me know what you think of the recipe. I hope you guys try it out. If you like this video, make sure you give me a thumbs up. And please make sure you subscribe so that you don't miss out on any more greatness at Cotton Creations. Thanks for watching.